So this game in particular was not a good game for super item. I just wanted to play it because why not? I mean, it's always good to play when you have some kind of carry in the jungler. It's really good with Viego because when you get it fed, it can snowball out of control and 1v9 in the game. So it's good alongside Viego. It would not work as well if I had something like Zac jungle, for example. And also I have set up bot lane. I have Leona, so I can gank bot lane. So the thought process behind this strategy is that you are gonna give up top lane completely in order to make other lanes snowball. Okay. And because I won't get a single minion, I can afford a support item, which gives me gold income, good stats later in the game. It's 200 HP. And wards. So it's better than nothing, you know, for 400 gold costs. It's really fucking cost efficient, given that you get the HP, 200 HP, and you get passive, like I get crown passive later, and I get wards, and I also get gold income. So my strategy here is to start boots, so I can move faster around the map, get level 2 as fast as possible. See, I'm just trying to get level 2 fast. He's not contesting because he was late to lane. If he wasn't late, I would just wait for him to push and get the XP slowly. But because he was late, I can push this. And after I get level 2, I just move. So maybe we choose this because we either cannot or don't want to proxy, and you would rather move around the map and create advantage elsewhere. Yes, exactly, that's it. That's it. Like, look, I moved level 2. I see bot lane state. How is it? It's gankable. I know they will not expect it because 250 gank is not usual timing. Usually it's 330 after jungle full clear, but because I come a bit sooner, they don't expect it. And Senna dies. And already because of it, I give control to my bot lane. I reset. Yon is just slow pushing. Doesn't matter what happens top. Then I look at top wave. I see big wave stacking. Wave coming, so I'm gonna have a huge wave under turret. So I decide to come back top and I buy support item. It's important that when you buy support item, you don't get too many last hits. Otherwise you get support item penalty, which makes you unable to get money from the support item. And the worst part is that not only you don't get money from the support item, which means you can stack it, but the worst part is that it also denies my Leona support item, and she can't get money from it if I farm too much. That's how it works. So that's why I don't get last hits, basically. I could get some more, but I let minions die on purpose to not get the passive penalty. See, I'm not farming, I will just get the cannon here, and the other minions, I don't take those. If you just AFK farm against yours, yeah, but I could lane. This Yon is not that good, it's time on one Yon, I'm just practicing some stuff. You know, it's like... it's basically roaming, but without farming. Here I help my Viego clear camps. So, because we can play Drake spawning at 5 minutes, so I just help him to get his camps a bit faster. So he can play Drake with me. When you play like this, you always wanna get Drakes on spawn, because you have number advantage both sides, and enemy team can't contest. That's why I do this. So you can come with me and get Drake. We get first Drake on spawn. This game we got soul really early. because we got basically all drakes on spawn. It's really important that you do this. If you are roaming, because you are losing top, so you need to be proactive somewhere else. Like if you just roam and do nothing, you're gonna lose. You need to be always doing something. Here I look for mid gank. I'm warded, but I see Lux is kind of already low HP. I know Viego is behind, that's why I play like this, by the way. I flash on Lux, so Viego can catch her. And we kill both. And from this moment, the game is like almost already won. Because Viego is ahead, bot lane is ahead, mid lane is ahead, only Yon has a lead. And we all know that top lane doesn't matter. The only way we lose from this point is if we play top against Yon, because Yon is way stronger than I am, okay? So that's the only way we lose. Like, trying to kill this Yon is the only way we lose. But if we keep playing both sides, with bot lane having a lead, mid lane having a lead, and jungle having a lead, we can't lose. Here my Viego is doing grubs, so what I do is I just slow Yon. I just slow him so he comes later, and I can be first here. I just focus Rengar here. Yon int the ultimate. I just focus Rengar for Viego to get the reset. Then Viego gets double kill. And yeah, it's pretty much GG unless we int from now. We cannot lose anymore. Even if I am 16th, yes, and lots of XP behind. Team is really ahead. So we should win this. If my team is like half human, we should win this. I see top wave, it's not really stacked. So I don't want to go top because I can't farm. So I go bot lane because I see they are pushing. I just always look at the map when I play like this. Always look at the map. I see bot lane pushing, top is whatever. So I go bot. Flash, heal, Senna. I just walk back. I proc my support item to stack it. And I go all the way around because Leona is going in. And I gank bot lane again. This time I go for Ashe. She assumes, but she's gonna try to trade kill, and she dies. So it's really good. It's really good. Senna tries to cancel us, but she dies. She's greeting for the Rengar that's coming. Yeah, it's basically being a jungle bot lane slave, but you don't farm. Instead of farming, you get a support item. Usually I farm. It's a bit more reliable because when I play like this, if my bot side or jungle isn't winning, we will lose 100% because I'm too behind. Unless they int, we will lose. So it's a bit riskier, but then again the reward is a bit higher because you're putting a lot more pressure on the map, so you can get more things happening. So it kind of depends. But this is a playstyle I used to play a bit last season. Sometimes some games I was playing like this. In games where I could not farm at all. Basically against range matchups, or when I have carry jungle, I would sometimes play like this. Here I'm just hinting, by the way. Didn't expect him to kill me. I'm just hinting here. That was avoidable. My bad. Well, I just wanted to defend the turret a bit, just to slow him from pushing, but then I die like a retard. So I give up top, and I go Drake. Second Drake is spawning. So we go second Drake immediately. I'm gonna fall even more behind, but we get second Drake really early in the game. And it pressures Yon to do something real quick, because if he just stays top or if he just splits later, his team will not be able to play because his team is too behind. So he will have to do something. Here I'm just being annoying again. I just go bot. So we secure Drake. I die, but it's worth it. Vigo's getting kills. Rengar dies, so we get Drake. On spawn again. I tell my Israel to not come top. It's important that my teammates don't come top. Because when game is like this, the only way we lose is to int shutdowns to Yon. Because he's really fucking strong. He got first right, gold, bonus gold. He got hold plates, and he has perfect CS. He's really fucking strong. So the best thing to do when game like this is just to avoid him and not play around him. You need to play around the people that are useless. So basically Ashe and Senna, they are useless. You can play and kill them over and over. But if you try to kill Yon and like Rengar is coming to back him up, he can get, for example, triple kill and then he will start 1v9 the game. That's why you don't wanna play around. I'm just hinting again here. That's why you don't wanna play around Fed Yon when it's like this. Yeah, I'm hinting that was avoidable again. Here I just come top a bit to slow him from pushing. Here my Huey is hinting. He's doing what he should not do basically. He's coming top to Yon. When I don't need him, Yon will not dive me. Instead of going bot, imagine Yon was bot lane here. Like imagine he was bot lane. 4v2. Instead of coming top and do nothing. That's hint from him. Because people don't realize that you should not play on Yon. He's too strong right now. Yon and Rengar are here. If we ever fight him and Rengar comes, we both die. There's no way we win. That's why you should never, ever help me in this. Here Yon is hinting, so obviously we kill him. With Viego especially, Viego is really strong. We can only fight Yon when we have Viego, basically. Like Wei is not strong enough. But Viego, yes, Viego is really fed. I just wanna play with my fed team members. There we go, and we get another kill. And now Viego is just snowballing out of control. He's way too ahead of everybody. Then from this moment, I just play with my team. I think here I'm minting again. Yeah, they see me because it's warded. I didn't expect it to be warded. It's my bad. Mid lane is hinting. Israel is hinting as well. ADC and mid lane were really bad this game. Both were really bad. Holy shit, the damage he does. I'm just keeping him busy for Viego. Now we used everything, he dies. Hey. You see, from this moment, my team is too ahead. We can't lose. That's why top lane doesn't matter in this metagame. That's just an example of how League of Legends work. Like, the gold you get from top lane doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. And that's why my playstyle works in ILO. Not this one, but the one I usually have. Where I just don't int and I play for the team. It works because top lane is such a useless role that if you get your other members ahead and you don't feed the enemy top laner, then you're gonna win pretty much always. All you need to do is scale decently. That's why I always go for conditioning overgrowth for the scaling resistances and tankiness, so I can hold on later in fights and just work as a front line instead of being one shot and not able to play. Because you see, I might be really behind, but because I build tank items and because I have tank runes and double scaling HP this game, I'm just tanky enough to have my champion functioning, if you see what I mean. Like, I'm just tanky enough to walk in and flip people without dying, which is basically all that we ask from me. I just need to be able to catch people and not get one shot, basically. And if I can do this, like, I can be tanky for my team and flip enemy in my team, protect my team members, and don't feed the enemy top laners while I get them ahead because I help them getting kills, then you're gonna win pretty much always. But yeah, it's big brain strategy. It's not I'll say it. You need to have good macro, you need to know where to go and how to gank. And yeah, you need to know who you should play around. You need to also communicate with your team and tell them what to do because they don't always understand how a playstyle like this can work because it's not the usual way to play. So they are a bit anxious, you know, they are like, well, enemy top laner is getting fed, how are we gonna deal with him? You need to explain them. It's yeah, it's always like this. Anyways, I hope you understand it. If you have any question, let me know. If you have any question, let me know. It's not much different from my usual playstyle, to be honest. It's just that instead of farming and proxying, I move on the map even more, basically. So it's a bit riskier, of course. It's a bit riskier because if you die both sides, or if you don't achieve anything proactive, then you're gonna be extremely behind and you will not be able to come back in the game from yourself. So if you just move and get nothing, your game is pretty doomed. That's why you need to know what you're doing, or you're gonna get reported every game. But yeah. Yeah, identifying in shop select. Yeah. That's why it's big brain strategy. You cannot just do it like this. It will not always work. You need to have team comp that can take advantage of it. And yeah, stuff like this. You will end up like Bardinet. Man, Bardinet is a good player. But the thing is that he's doing this every game. And some games it's good, and some games it's not. You know, playing like this is pretty much playing like Bardinet, like literally. That's how he plays. That's literally how he plays. You can do it with any champion. You can do it with every fucking champion in the game. Like, of course, it's not gonna be good with Akali, but any champion that can provide some utility to the team, it's gonna work. It's gonna work if you know what you're doing.
I was thinking.
Like, with most top laners, it would work. To be not most, but like with Gragas, it can work. With Camille, it can work. Camille has really strong ganks. Gragas, I don't know, it might work. It can work with TF. TF has really strong utility and really strong ganks. It can work with TF. Like, you know, it's just about macro anyways. It's just about macro. Like with Rumble, it could work because Rumble is so strong early game that you just move around the map and one-shot people. Like with Pantheon, it can work because Pantheon same has so much damage that you can move around the map and one-shot people. It can work with Poppy. Even Jesus can work because his W is so strong that you can use it to achieve stuff. Wildfight, same. Cassandre, no. Jace, no. Jax could work because he has decent ganks. I mean, I guess you understand the idea behind it. And you can do it with supports as well, like Leona. You can play roaming top lane with Leona and it's completely viable if you know what you're doing. It used to work with Janna, by the way. People used to play Janna top. And it was OP. Now it's not OP, but it can be played if you really want. And if you're good, and if you know, and if you understand how the game works, you can make pretty much anything work. Especially in this Halo, because it's Diamond 1. Of course, in Challenger, it's gonna be different. But it's Diamond 1, so if you're good at the game, yeah, anything can work. Yeah. I mean, honestly, playing like this is a good way to learn macro game. And it's also a good way to be better at the game at Singed, because Singed is a macro champion. It's hard to achieve much by yourself alone. You need to always play with your team, and having this kind of playstyle forces you to play with your team. And when you know how to play like this, and then you go back to play normally, you can just use the knowledge you have to, for example, instead of perma roaming, like I would do this game, you would only take the roams that you know will 100% work, and the rest of the time, just defend top lane, and then you're already a fucking good top laner. Because you know how to put your team ahead, and you give them a lead, and then you just defend top and nothing's happening top. So basically what you have top side where nothing happens, and the rest of your team that's winning because you know how to create a lead for your team. So if nothing happens top side and your team has lead on the opposite side, then you're gonna win a lot of games. And that's why I'm winning, that's why I'm high elo. Not because I'm faker, but because I understand how the game works. Like, literally, you don't need mechanics in this game, you just need to have good understanding of the game state and your win count. That comes with experience, to be honest, and practice also. Like, I've been playing this game for 11 years now. Like, I've been playing Singed for 10 years and this game for 11 years. So I know a lot of things. Yeah, it can work with friends. But I think your friends will not like you for this because they probably will not understand how it works. Like, honestly, man, the first time you try it, you're gonna get flamed a lot. Because you will do shit and you will int. And your team will flame you. And even if you do well, your team will flame you. So be ready for that. Just make sure that you always have a goal in mind. Just make sure that you're always achieving something. You need to always be proactive in this game. That's how I climb. Because I always do something proactive for my team. Like, I'm never here staying top and doing nothing for 15 minutes and then bot side lose and I FF. You will never see me do this. Never. Never. Because if I know my bot side is losing, you can be sure that I will go bot side to help them come back in the game and give up top lane. Because what's gonna happen? If enemy jungle is winning, enemy mid is winning, enemy bot lane is winning, and you just stay top and you defend, what's gonna happen? Do you think you're gonna 1v9? Of course you're not. But if you go bot lane and you get some shutdowns, and you give them to your ADC or your jungle, then okay, you might fall behind in the game. Enemy top now has a lead, but guess what? Now your team can play the game. Now they can play, so the game will last a bit longer, which means that you have chance to win. Because if you just stay top and bot lane gets destroyed, your jungle can't play, and nothing happens top, they're gonna type FF in the chat and they won't even play anymore, they're gonna AFK. But if you go help them and they can play the game, then you have a chance, because instead of FFing at 15, then maybe the game will go 25 minutes. And 25 minutes, you know, enemy ints, they give shutdowns, stuff like this. And if you're good, you can win. That's why I hate when I see a lot of Singe players, they just farm top for 15 minutes. They farm their fucking legendaries for 3k gold just to do not that much damage and lose the game because both side is losing, and then they say Singed is weak. Yeah, man. It's not Singed, it's all top laners. And Singed is not even a scaling champion compared to, like, I don't know, fucking Camille, for example, or Fiora, or Mundo. Singed is not even scaling. And in a lot of lane, you don't get to farm properly. If you play against range, for example, you're not even gonna scale because you don't have enough gold. So if you stay top and you do nothing, what's the point, you know? You're not even scaling. Like, they play stuff like Ignite and Conqueror and they say stay top for 15 minutes and they are not doing anything for the team and they are not even scaling. So what's the point? Even if you kill the enemy top laner 1v1, what does it change if your bot side is losing? Yeah, what does it change? Like, you get a lead top lane, you are 1-0-0, perfect farm, but your jungle is behind, your bot lane is behind. What are you gonna do? You're gonna get kited and die. Especially with Liandry's, because you're not tanky enough. You're not even tanky enough to face check fed enemy ADC. It's just gonna one-shot you. It's just gonna one-shot you. Because you're not even tanky enough. Basically, when you play like this, and you stay top, and you don't do anything for your team, you just hope that your team is winning. Literally, you just hope that your team is winning, because if they don't, there is nothing you can do. Nothing. Because you're not even scaling. Thanks, man, for the prime. Thank you very much. You're not even a scaling champion. Like, at least if you would play, I don't know, fucking GP, or Kale, or something like Camille. You know, okay, you have good scaling maybe with 3 items. If you get 1 or 2 shutdowns, you will 1v9. But Singed doesn't work like this. It doesn't work like this. You're not suddenly gonna 1v9 because you get shut down on Singed. If they have CC, you can't play. Especially if you play like, for example, Flash Ignite. With like Conqueror and this. Your scaling is ridiculous. You have no mobility from Ghost. You don't even have tanky runes. That's so bad. That's so bad. That's why I always go conditioning over Ghost, because at least I have scaling. I do this because I know what I do top lane doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. That's why I go for runes like this. Because what's the point to get a lead top lane? Like, what's the point to get a lead? Like, imagine you get 1 kill and you have small CS lead. What's the point to have this if your champion is not even scaling? You see what I mean? You are not even scaling. You're not even scaling, man. You are not scaling. You literally accomplish nothing. That's the reality of the thing, and many players don't understand it. Singed is not a scaling champion, so if you play for yourself, you are a loser. You're a loser if you play for yourself as Singed, honestly. Don't worry, brother. I'm here to share the tips and the wisdom for the brothers.